MorristownGreen.com.
Thank you for listening to me. I'm sure there are times where you think, God, this woman's back again, and I really wish she would stay home. I'd really like the record to reflect the fact that what's happened in Morristown has been happening over time, and that certain things happen that give privilege and behavior to certain individuals, institutions, property owners, that others don't get. One of my biggest offenses in life is discrimination just because it happens, okay? So members of this council were on this ABC board when the license for the Iron Bar came up, and that establishment went in, wreaked havoc in terms of construction for a lot of people in the area, not just us at 40 Park. Trucks were parked continuously, and yet this council, this board, the ABC, approved that building and what's in there now. There's no off-street parking as required under some of the ordinances when you build in this town. Their folks are supposed to flood into the parking garage. Now believe me, members of the board, I am not here to advocate on behalf of the Walsh family. They can do that themselves. But what I'm saying is, conditions you impose on one operator need to be imposed on all operators. Because if you don't, you're giving one or more a competitive advantage to succeed or fail in this town. And that would be very wrong. So I would like to ask for the following to be considered on this application. Include, where appropriate, many of the conditions that went into effect on the transfer of the license for 4 Early Street. Add to that the following. The town, through whatever agency it has, will in fact remove or limit the parking meters onto Hart Street that abut the parking lot of the bank for loading and unloading of items from 7 in the morning until 11 in the morning. This way, we don't have trucks trying to deliver to their businesses and double parking in a street that has single parking. I would like you to start seriously considering enforcing the right-of-way between the back of the buildings and properties on South Street and the parking garage. Now, you will have people tell you it's a private right-of-way. I argue, clearly it is not. There are signs up in that alley for what is permitted and what isn't permitted. And cars willy-nilly parking there, double parking in there for no reason so delivery trucks can't get in, is not acceptable. It's the town's job to enforce the current ordinances, and that's not being done. I would also finally ask you to seriously consider in your review of all of the liquor licenses in this town, and every one of them that you're reviewing, that you impose the same conditions as you impose on this applicant and any others in this town. Please, we're begging you, treat everybody the same, control this growth, make it a well-worthy place to live, but treat everybody fairly. As a resident, when I moved into 40 Park, I knew I was moving into a semi-urban environment. There'll be noise, there'll be trucks, there'll be garbage. But Morristown is not Brooklyn. And you guys can control a lot of the pressure that's occurring in the area. So thank you very much for listening to me, and I hope that you'll take my recommendations seriously.
And we got one more